And I will pray in the language of heaven because Chukwu Kikabiama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable Zoological Republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu Kikabiama onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwe n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya ka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-etoghị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe ndị kwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke niile etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị wee na-etoghị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise ise ise.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Mazi Ezumezu, aka Nwekwensu. As I welcome you all, please may you welcome others. And before I proceed, I will say I'm sorry for coming up late. You know, a lot. This program supposed to be postponed, but I say no. I must put myself together and make sure that this program come up tonight. So please, as I welcome you, please may you welcome others. It's very important. You know, we are live at our various pages. Mazi Ezumezu, aka Nwekwensu, and Mazi Ezumezu, my page. Please go and follow and like. It's very important. Mazi Ezumezu, aka Nwekwensu, that page is very important for us. Please go like. It's very important. And we also live at YouTube. Please also follow. We have only 13 people there. Please go and follow. We are not monetized, but the work we are called to do, we must do it. And when our time is up, it's up. We are not here. We are not here to make money from the blood of Biafrans. No. We are following the footsteps of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. As now, we are not monetized. So please go and follow and like. It's very important. And let me welcome you once again. Please, as I welcome you, please may you welcome others. This is Mazi Zumezu aka Nwekwensu. Wolonu madam. Obolo nwa boy na-ekwu na oga na-ekwu. So this program tonight will be a very wonderful one. A very wonderful one. And you all know that this program we're not supposed to do this program. Is just come up and I said we must do it. That is the program that we're supposed to do tonight. The program, the title, Mazi Ezumezu, aka Nwekwensu, phone conversation with the expel coordinator from in America, Dr. Donald. But as you all know, this is so much important. So we must carry out this program, and after this, that program will be next. It's very important, and we're going to start this program with Chief Dan Ulasi that went to visit our leader on Monday, and he went there. Although he did not see our leader Mazina Nikano, but he was able to bring out some message for us. And I would like us to listen to the message. And also we will talk about what is going on in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma is killing his people. Hope Uzodinma is killing us. Hope Uzodinma is killing us, and nobody is talking. You are not talking because I remember the first time I warned you. As I told you, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyang, you are not talking because you are very close to Hope Uzodinma. You are very close to him. Hope Uzodinma is bombing his people. Hope Uzodinma is destroying his people. There is war going on in Biafra land. There is war going on, whereby jet bomber will be bombing. It's not war. Jet bomber will be bombing a community in the name that they want to destroy your people. You invited military in your own state just because you want power. Just because you want power. I am everyone that yakpo everyone akare. No, million one akare ebe Libya. Today, the former governor of Anambra State, America na after 8 years. On America, no security. Opens of them, your time is coming. Continue killing your people. My people, I don't want to waste time in this program. So let's go straight to the Chief Dan interview from AIT, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Political situation and a security situation as well as the economic situation, because everything that's happening is actually affecting every sphere of that southeast region. We do have one of the prominent southeast political leaders, Chief Dan Ulasi, who on Monday again visited the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob. He has done that before, so he will be leading us into what transpired this time around and the results of the initial visit. Thank you so much. Chief Dan Ulasi is here with us to tell us all of this. Thank you very much, Chief, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
All right. You've been there before. You went again. some people would say after your first visit, by now, maybe things would have gone down, maybe security-wise in the southeast, and then probably the release of Nnamdi Kanu would have happened from all your engagements. What's going on?
Well, I have to explain first. I didn't plan to come for this visit. So only on Saturday, I had an emergency meeting message that he wanted to see me. So I had to rearrange all the protocols I had for the weekend, and then I was lucky to have a flight on Sunday. So yesterday I went, but rather unfortunately, I was there with his father-in-law and one of the attorneys. For one reason or the other, I didn't see him. And we waited till about 4 o'clock. The father-in-law saw him. He continued asking where is his uncle. He wants to see him. He wants to see him. But let that be as it is. I didn't see him, but at least the messages he wanted to discuss with me were sent across to his father-in-law. So, but I decided that I'll come back next week. I taking him to the Supreme Court. He asked that I should try, please come to the Supreme Court so that he can see me.
So why would you think he was not allowed to see you
That
this
is what
time?
I don't
Because
want
I know
to.
you've been there before and you saw him and you discussed with him, isn't it?
And I praised the DSS for a good job. Yesterday too, they received me well, I don't know what happened because we were 3 on the list. And by the judgment of Mrs. Yanko, of which of the courts, 3 people are supposed to see him and that they must see him. So, and nobody told me any reason why I could not see him yesterday, And he continued telling them from inside that his uncle was waiting, that he wanted to see him. But I couldn't see him. But be that as it may, the father-in-law passed on the message because we wanted to discuss where we stopped the last time, how far the messages he asked me to pass on to our people, especially the sit-at-home on Monday, what is going on, the level of violence, what do we do. And it is painful that a boy who is in that, languishing in such an environment, is thinking about the well-being of his people. I became very emotional about it, I don't think our people understand what that young man is passing through. Very brilliant. And when I use the word brilliant, I use it in all its, forms. Very brilliant, well-spoken young man. And what is his crime? His crime that he's asking of justice, fairness, equity for his people. And like I normally say, there will be no peace without justice anywhere in the world. You need to have a recognition. You can see all the things being written in the papers. Is Nnamdi Kanu responsible for what is happening bandits? Is he responsible for both?
I think I have to be interjecting for what Chief Dan is saying. Chief Dan said that our leader is so brilliant. Very, very brilliant. Say he used the word brilliant. That's the word he used. I want you to know that no one have come in contact with Nnamdi Kanu will remain the same. Ask those people that come in contact with Nnamdi Kanu, they never remain the same. Unless those evil ones, unless those ones that have evil intention. But if your heart is open, you think like a human being, and you come in contact with Nnamdi Kanu, you will never remain the same. Remember when FFK come in contact with Nnamdi Kanu, remember what he said? He said he saw 2 people in one person. He saw great 2 people in one person. And who are those 2 great people he saw in one person? He saw Zeke and Ojukwu in one person. And we all know these 2 people. Zeke and People's General. They are great men. He said he saw the 2 of them in one person. That tells you the level of brilliance from our leader Nnamdi Kanu. And today, Chief Dan Ulasi is confirming it. And we all know Chief Dan is a man, is one of the men in Igbo land that doesn't fear. They say it as the way it is. Let's continue listening to him.
Boko Haram, is he responsible for herdsmen? The whole country is blood down now. And like I was discussing with my former PRP members, just about 2 years ago before he died, Dr. Junaidu Mohammed, we all did PRP. We laid Aminu Kano at Enugu Airport in 1979 after he came for Southeast tour. And I asked him a particular question. I know, I mean, kind of turned and said, Dan, that was the day he made me his special advisor for the whole East. He said, Dan, Igbos are not capable of a revolution because those who build don't destroy. People have done so much in this country that they can't. But any day we see crisis, bloodletting, violence in the north, let us know that that's the beginning of the end of Nigeria and that we should watch it. Dr. Junaidu Mohammed reminded me this a few months before he died. So this is what is happening in the north. And everybody appears to be nonchalant about it. People are now being killed. And you remember in this program about 2 years ago, I said we're approaching the level of Afghanistan. So every news now is 200 killed, 100 killed, kidnapped. This is the normal news in Nigeria. And tell me how a president will go from India to Dubai to New York, asking people to come and invest where? You would have expected that this president would have sat down, looked at the Nigerian problem. What is the Ipob problem? What is it that they are demanding? There's nothing dialogue cannot sort out. And Buhari dumped this boy for the past how many years in cell? That is the legacy of Buhari. No discussion, military, this. They are killing everybody everywhere in this country now. Is that the peace? Is that the environment where investors will bring in their money? So I find it difficult really to know where we're going because I don't know where we're coming from as at this point in time.
All right, Chief Dan, I know that a few months ago, I think between the end of July and 1st of August, you saw Nnamdi Kanu,
Yes.
and, you know, from your conversations with us within that period, it lasted over an hour, and you discussed very important things that had to do with the South insecurity.
Biafrans, I think I have to interject here, Chief Dan said that he finds it so difficult why this president cannot sit with Mazina and Kanu to discuss. And he said Buhari dumped him in the prison, this dungeon, for 2 years. He finds it so difficult. Why can't this government discuss with Mazina and Kanu? Why? Because the people that created Nigeria don't want so. The people that created Nigeria don't want so. We all see the report from UN that asked Nigeria to leave Mazina and Kanu from United Nations. That means the whole world has spoken in one voice. Asked Nigeria to leave Mazina and Kanu. And they gave 6 months. And that 6 months have come and gone. What happened? Did they leave our leader? No. Because UK, United Kingdom, they take it up by themselves. Categorized. Because they are people that think they are the people that rule the world. UK, America. They went into lobbying. They lobby a lot of people in a lot of countries that represent that was representative in United Nations. They lobby all of them, and all of them keep mute. All of them keep mute. Can you imagine a country the United Nations told to leave someone and gave them 6 months, and that 6 months come and gone, nothing being happened? That person was still in that prison. Their president was there, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They welcomed him in United Nations. He was welcomed because UK that created Nigeria said that no, yes, he's our citizen, but hold him there. But UK, let me tell you guys, let me tell you people, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu will be you guys' last bus stop. Just the same way they are kicking France out of Africa, out of West Africa. Your own time is coming. Mark it. Mark today's date. United Kingdom, hear this. The government of the United Kingdom, hear this. Your own time is coming. The Commonwealth, your own time is coming. They will kick you guys out from Africa. The same way they're kicking France away from Africa. Because nothing lasts forever. Biafrans, hope you guys saw in the news where the defense or whatever, the army defense or whatever, say that, yeah, there's nothing wrong to negotiate with bandits. There's nothing wrong to negotiate with bandits. But there's something wrong to negotiate with Mazen Nandekano. There's something wrong to negotiate with Ipob. Let me bring it up. I think it's better it's better I bring the news up. There's something wrong to negotiate with Mazen Nandekano, right? Don't worry. Kwamile na chizo. Mmiri a ya ama onye ukwu ma onye nta. Mmiri a ya ama onye ukwu ma onye nta. Mmiri a na-achọ ka o zoo, o bido zobe, ọ ya ama onye ukwu ma onye nta. Ma ị na abroad o, ma ị nọ Nigeria, o ji onye ọbụla aka. Belfast, take a look of this. It's Nigeria communities are free to dialogue with bandits. Defense minister speak on Zamfara incident. Do you see how they are defending themselves? Do you guys see how they are defending themselves, their own people? Because last time we saw a video where bandits were having open meeting in a public school, and we saw some Nigerian soldiers there and some politicians there. Now, the defense minister has come out to defend their own people, say that there's nothing wrong to negotiate, to dialogue with bandits. But can this take happen in Southeast? The answer is no. Their own people, the defense minister have came out to say there's nothing wrong to discuss with bandits, with terrorists. But down in Southeast, they are cleaners with jets. They are cleaners with armored tank. Soldiers are everywhere. But at the north, they are negotiating with the bandits, with terrorists. And all those politicians are there looking. All those our international are there. They don't want to say anything. Okay, yeah, bia. Let's continue with Chief.
You also said that later on details will be given. Now you've come, and even though you didn't see him in person, you still had the messages passed on to you.
Yes.
Now, in terms of solutions moving forward, I hear you talk about, the need to get him out, the need to actually find, some sort of lasting solution that will burden on peace and mediation. However, in this administration, from the body language of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has there been any further engagement going forward since that trip to be able to engage and for them to understand what needs to be done in order for him to be released to increase the safety of the lives of people in the Southeast?
The problem at the moment is I don't know who's in charge. Absolutely, I don't know who's in charge in this government because the president is not in the country. So you don't really know, is it Wajabi Amila that is in control or somebody else? Because if the guy was somewhere sitting down to understudy, even though it's his party that ran the affairs of this country for 8 years, but he wasn't part of that government in the true sense of being part of a government. He was a leader of the party, but he wasn't in the executive, so to speak. He would have sat down, like I said earlier, to know what are really the problems of this country. Operative. And the problem in this country today is insecurity. Have you determined how you want to follow it? This is why I'm making effort. There are things I discuss with Kana I cannot make public because I've been running around the whole of the Southeast. Every Monday I'm in one state or the other to know how far the implementation of, to stop stay at home. And it's catching up. A lot of banks in Enugu, for instance, banks have opened up. Lots of shops open up. We use a lot of methods to get to people. But he's worried that his agitation for fairness for his people does not involve our people killing ourselves. And I think that is the most worrisome part of what he's passing through.
Okay, so but if you look at the emboldening atmosphere, especially maybe those in the southeast from Imo State region, yesterday was Monday, and the sit at home did still thrive because a lot of people who were supposed to return from a trip from here in Abuja said they were not going to risk it because already over the social media you were seeing videos of some people who were accosted in transit when they were trying to move around the city. In terms of the fact that you have said that, these people will not kill their own willingly, but there has been investigation that even those from the southeast, Igbos themselves, are part of the cabal, part of the cell of those who are killing within those regions. So what sort of messaging can Kanu also bring to fore to encourage some of those young men to sheath their swords?
Look, there's only one solution now. I'm trying as much as possible to reach my former friend, the governor of Imo State. And I pray God that in the next 1-2 weeks I'll be able to reach him. I'll try and reach the Minister of Defense, David Umahi. These are two prominent Igbo sons who are, one is a governor.
Matawale,
he's chairman of Southeast Governors Forum, he's chairman of Progressive Governors. So he's in a very top level to have access to governance. David Umahi, to all intents and purposes, was one of the best performing governors in this country. If you go to
David Umahi, the Minister of Works?
Yes. Why don't you get into what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that we need their influence to put our people together, all our governors, with our legislators, especially at the federal level, to approach the president of this country and ask. We are not begging. The Court of Appeal has discharged this boy from all the charges leveled against him, to ask for his discharge. For his release. If Nnamdi Kanu is released today, there will be 90% peace in the Southeast. A lot of people are carrying out criminal activities on the basis of the fact that he's been detained unjustly. If you hear that he's released today, that part of the country would have had some level of...
Biafrans, I so much in love with the word Chief Dan used to demand, to ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that two courts have set our leader free. I'm so much in love with that statement. Not to appeal, not to beg. No! We must ask for his release. Because two courts in Nigeria have set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. Umuahia High Court, Abia State, have set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. As a matter of fact, the court have asked Nigeria to return Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya and pay some compensation. About Appeal Court, Abuja, have set our leader free and said that no court in Nigeria have the right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that word asks to let the president know that two courts have set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. This is wonderful. Chief Dan, I am making a back. But these two people you mentioned, they are our lead problem. I must tell you. You said that they are your problem. It's okay. Where am I to question you? But these two people, they are the lead problem. Of course, maybe that's why I say you have to meet them. It doesn't really matter that they will be the one taking you guys to president, no? Because we have Igbos. If they want to see the president, they will see it. We have men. But he mentioned these two guys, it's also okay. But remember, these two people, they are the people that kill their own citizens, their own brothers and sisters. Dave Umahi and Hope. Dave Umahi is not killing because he's no more a governor. But Hope Uzodinma is still killing up to today. Hope Uzodinma is still killing. Supreme Court governor is still killing his people up to today. He's still killing us up to today. I cannot question you why you want to meet them. Because I do understand that the release of Maznan Kano, every hands must be on deck. The release of Maznan Kano, every hands must be on deck. But what I know, I call us no man on deck. I fear. Only open see that a man supported the release of Maznan Kano. Oh yeah, Jana raise the million. Onye ọbụla nwoke ọnwaanya na-agba the release of Maznan Kano mgba ọ ga-eji a na eze mmiri ọ bụrụ mmụọ ihe egbu mmụọ ya egbu ya ọ bụrụ mmadụ ihe egbu mmadụ ya egbu ya. So you say that you want to find out to meet Hope Uzodimma and Dave Umahi. It's okay. It's a welcome issue. But I want to also remind you, Chief Dan, that those people you mentioned, they are the real problem in the East. Those two people you mentioned, they are the people that kill their own subjects. Hope Uzodimma is still killing. Dave Umahi is not killing because it's not more the governor. Hope Uzodimma is still killing his people up to today. We will have to play some of the video. We'll play some of the video, but not now. So, continue, Chief Dan.
Peace. And then we can attach our attention to Boko Haram and bandits and herdsmen and what have you. So, but if you don't have a government that is sitting down to have a proper analysis of what the problems are, then it is difficult to know what to do. But I'm interested in what happens in the Southeast now. I must reach the Imo governor, reach Umahi, to organize the other governors with our legislators, especially our senators, to approach the president to get this young man released. That he said he wants justice and fairness for his people. Is it a crime? You may not like his methodology, but what he's asking is not a crime.
Okay,
If you go there, there are hundreds of people in detention in DSS, and more than half of them are Igbos. I got this information yesterday. A lot of people are languishing, dying in that place. What kind of democracy are we running? That people between Benue and Plateau states, and they were not declared terrorists.
All right, Chief. The government of the day at the time Namdi was taken in said they were not happy with his methodology. In fact, they believed he was inciting some young people.
Those people that are in this sense, the Chief is talking about, most of them are from Imo State, Ebonyi State, and some other states. Igbos, because our people, the people that we are elect, in fact, they're not elect, the people that they were imposed on us, decide to do the work of devil, decide to start killing their own people, decide to sell their people out to the enemy. And that will make them relevant. That will make them to still be on the seat. That will make them to see how to still be in the corridor of power. Selling your own people, killing your own people. Can you imagine about this organ harvest they're talking about? If not that doctor that reveal it out, the people that welcome it, that send the bill to Senate and the bill was passed, they were all Igbos. Ike Kwelemade, former governor of Anambra State, what is his name? Ngige, and governor of Delta State, Okowa. These are the people that passed that bill to the Senate, and it was passed. And we don't know that they are killing our people, taking their organ. But as God may have it, where is Ike Kwelemade today? Is serving his punishment in UK. I'm so proud of being an Igbo man. But at the same time, Igbos, that's why Martin said if not Chukwu Kikabiam had called me on this journey, that he will abandon us. He will abandon us. Go to Imo State and see what is happening in Imo State. Go to Imo State and see the kind of killing that's going on in Imo State. Because Hope Uzodinma want to be in power. Because they are using Igbos to seduce Igbo. They are cleaners. Let's continue listening.
For, in the southeast to take up arms maybe against state, agencies and all that, or institutions of government. Whether that is the true position of things still remains to be seen. But in your engagement, because if you're saying that if they release Nnamdi Kanu, then the killings in the southeast will cease, then it will also mean saying that the killings are being carried out by Ipob members, which they have vehemently denied in certain cases. So is it that other people, or other elements of criminality are now using the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is being held and are carrying out this problem, or is it a politically motivated killing? So what exactly do you think is happening?
That's what I just said here about 3-4 minutes ago, that people are using the fact that he's being detained. Criminals use it as a platform now to carry out atrocities. Because those who believe in, frivolities, if you believe in, some form of storytelling, this is happening there. Igbos, this is happening to Igbos. For instance, look at the government of Buhari. Look at the appointments he made. And it's happening in this government. 90% of everything that concerns finance in this country goes to the southwest. People are complaining everywhere, not just now in the east, the whole of the north. The Fulani areas are complaining that you don't make government to be a private business. You don't know what problem that will develop even further. As we're discussing what is going on, people deliberately create more problems. How can one zone have Minister of Finance, Internal Revenue, Central Bank Governor, Post Authority, every component in where the major resources of the country comes out from? One section of the country takes it over. And you think others will go to sleep? There's a limit to which the sleeping dog will lie. So these are problems we inflict on ourselves instead of being fair and just to every section of this country so that there will be peace. They don't want to do it. Why? So what I'm saying is that the problem in the southeast did not exacerbate before now, because now criminals have taken over. Kidnapping is good business. They catch you 1 or 2, 3 million will back from your family purse. So if they are lucky, they escape, they eat the money. And it's going around the whole country. I mean, the whole the southeast zone. So that's why I mentioned that I'll try to reach my friend, because Imo appears to be the most affected.
Yes, because I was going to come there.
Yes.
On September 19th at exactly 10 a.m., some security operatives were ambushed and burnt in their vehicle. And, the lives of our security men, police, and all of that were lost in that inferno. A lot of indigenes, it happened in Ehime in Imo State. However, both in Imo, in Abia, because Abia is just nexus to Imo, yes, they share the same transit border, have said that isn't it time that there is a state of emergency called in the southeast as regards the insecurity, because already billions of dollars have been lost in the economic circle of the southeast. So what then is left is for the governors, like you said, you will speak to the Imo State governor. But before then, isn't it time for a state of emergency to be declared on the state of insecurity in the southeast?
I don't understand what declaration of a state of emergency will do. Already the southeast is occupied militarily. And that is what the state of emergency will do. Nearly 10% of the Nigerian armed forces and policemen are in the southeast. Every inch of the ground is occupied. But still, the violence is going on, which shows you that somebody somewhere can help stop that violence. I have gone around the whole of the southeast to know that even though people don't say it, the love and trust they have on Nnamdi Kanu, you can't begin to imagine it. They believe that he represents the summary of all the ills the Igbos have suffered in this country. That's their belief. Whether rightly or wrongly, they believe that. Most of us believe that, including myself. He is the only voice that we hear now, with everything happening around our place. And if we have good leadership that is honest to itself, our people should be able, and especially when the Court of Appeal has discharged this boy, that all the charges you people have has no basis. So it is even easier for a government that is interested in security to release him, make it as a test case. Release Nnamdi Kanu based on the legal framework and see what will happen in 1, 2, 3 months. If it doesn't work, then we start talking of this kind of emergency we're suggesting. We have a promise that if that young man comes out, you won't believe the different meetings people are holding, unauthorized meetings, the whole of Southeast. Nobody tells them anything. They just, Nnamdi said this. Nnamdi said we do this. This person said we do this. On top of it, we have the problem with the guy in Finland, complicating he's doing what he's saying based on the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is being held. So you see that most of the atrocities being carried out are based on the fact that this young man is being detained. So why don't government, try one step. Use this avenue, get him out. You have a legal basis of getting him out. Watch him, and see whether it improves security in the Southeast. If it does improve security in the Southeast, why can't we, as Christians and good Muslims, dialogue? And I said the president has a supreme opportunity. He's a devout Muslim, and his wife is a devout Christian. And I believe they read the 2 holy books. Forgiveness. If we can talk, it could be discussed. Because when you continue collecting property, resources from somebody's land, and he's hungry, can't train his children, the next thing is violence. So government should be able to sit down. How do we accommodate these people? How do we make them feel part of the resources God has given them in their land? Just like when Ken Saro and his people were protesting in the South, and they killed him. Somehow it does appear officially that things are quieting down. But that is not peace. Peace is the one that has honesty and justice attached to it. And I'll pray this president to sit down and look at how do we engage. Because the country is at the precipice. People, do you know a time in this country people travel at night? You don't travel in the day. People, about 25 years ago, you can move from Enugu to Sokoto or to any part of this country. And nobody will stop you on the highway. Try it now, you end up in a morgue somewhere. You can't try it. And every day we see the security situation in the country, going down, and it does appear nobody's interested.
It's even quite disheartening, the fact that even security officers who are supposed to be providing that.
Yeah, Biafrans, I think I have to still take this back. I want you guys to understand what this chief said. Chief Dan, what has he said? I told you guys that Chief Dan is not afraid to speak his mind. One important thing, one important point every Biafran must take home from this program tonight. But before I said it, we should know the question they asked him. Is it not time to declare state of emergency in the Southeast? That was the lady asked him. Then now, this lady that asked him this question, in the North, there's no state in the North that they have declared state of emergency. How about Kaduna? That killings are going there on daily basis, day and night. If you go to southern Kaduna today, you can count number of churches now. You can count number of churches now in southern Kaduna. How about Benue? The killing that's going on there. In Plateau, the killing that's going on there. How about Connaught, Castina, Yobe? The killing that's going on there. How about Brunu? Have they declared their state of emergency? The answer is no. But you can see the level of question The kind of question they asked him. And I so much appreciate the answer, the response from Chief Dan. But they say the kind of, are you talking about state of emergency? That's 10% of Nigerian soldiers and Southeast. Every poll, here have police checking point, soldiers checking point, every poll. And that point, I say everybody that we'll be able to take home tonight in this broadcast. Chief Dan said, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is the only voice we have now. That Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is the only voice we have now. That everyone is starting to believe that if Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is out, this problem will be solved. Including him himself. For someone to say this on national TV or something, on mainstream media in Nigeria, we have to appreciate this man. We have to appreciate him and thank him and pray that he will keep the work going. He said Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is the only voice anywhere now. That voice got some people that we meet you on. That voice got some people that we meet you on. That voice got some Southeasterners, politicians, governors, senators, House of Rep, elites. And said, no, we don't need him. We don't need him. Let's shut him down. Egbu dike na ọgụ ụnọ gbọsa ezi achọwa dike. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is the only voice anywhere now. Check the killing check what is going on in Southeast. On any voice. Check the killings in Imo State. On any voice. The answer is no. The only person that know not only Igbos, across the bar, across Africa, is Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. But some people we are not America, not America, and they do a G, G. Some man on Canada, they lead G, G. Now no UK, they lead G. That there. Not Germany, not any part of the world, no lead. But your voice, the only voice you know, can actually make it close on. The only voice you know can actually close on. That's no America, no UK, no Germany, no Canada, no Australia. Only lead. Only pota ojichi akwa Ulasi agụ gide mkpọ a na-eti odogwu tuo ya nke a nwaanyị afọla amalụ George ụfọdụ atụ ego 1.something billion na Senator Ebuka Obi. I have no problem in saying that they are 20 billion. It's not my business. But in America, how many times could you organize go rally? Could you organize a protest to White House? How many? Then if you see the number of people in America, if you see the number of in America, or the Anambra, or the but those people they cannot call their, and they have a lot of big organizations. They cannot call themselves together to organize a protest to White House. Check it the last time I made in the UK. Check here. People, the kind of people, but call a protest of the list of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe you have for there either not less than 20 people. But I bet everybody apata. The only voice, if Chief Dan, I don't think you guys know who is Chief Dan. He's a prominent Igbo man. If he can use such word, the only voice when at Southeast. The only voice when at Southeast. Ndị Igbo, tell no la. tete nọ n'ụla ndị Igbo, tete nọ n'ụla, tete nọ n'ụla ndị Igbo ka m na-agwa unu, tete nọ n'ụla. The only voice. That's what he said. Let's continue listening to him.
Security are also being, taken out, which is quite sad.
This is why it is, excuse me, it is painful to me as an officer of the Biafran army. When I see Nigerian soldiers in uniform, you don't know how much appreciation I have for them, because I know what it means, that their life is on the line. They are being killed, like we said, and nobody supports that kind of thing. Who kills them? Is it impossible to find out who is doing this? How are they doing it? Are they living? Just like Imo governor was saying when he visited the place, something happened. Are these people not part of the community? Is there a conspiracy from outside Igbo land to make sure we don't move forward, that our people should be killed, so that people are encouraged to go and kill security forces? Does the security man you killed, will it make it easier to release Nnamdi Kanu? You see, there are localized problems being engineered by factors we cannot explain immediately. This is why I would expect that if our 5 governors can sit down and tell themselves the truth, and organize some serious-minded legislators at the federal level, especially with the deputy speaker of the federal house, who help people. They can sit down this president and talk to him. Let it be the beginning of something. Release this young man. There's nothing Nnamdi Kanu has done that is unknown to law.
All right, Chief Ulasi, I'll just step in here.
Now, Chief, kita ka iti were akụ Igbo nsogbu. Kita ka iti were akụ Igbo nsogbu. If these governors can be truth of themselves, if they can tell themselves truth, if they can tell themselves truth and come together with people, he said we have people, and I told you before that Igbo were mad. Then you just come on air, release Mazna can release Mazna can Iwanyam Apota, release man can, And I've told Iwanyam, if we are sincere for what you have said, organize a protest in the southeast. Did Iwanyam organize a protest? The answer is no. But he was trying to go to Finland. What are you going to Finland to do? You know the cause. You know the cause of the problem. What are you going to Finland to do? The cause of the problem, the least Mazna and the Kano. What are you going to Finland to do for what? Is going to Finland will stop the problem? What is going on in Nigeria? What's going on in the southeast? The answer is no. The cause of the problem is the least Mazna and the Kano. Period. In a gas Finland, now let me just digress a bit. Look at this, our brother. This our brother Nname. Look at him. People are threatening him. Iwanyam cannot do anything. We have not heard from Iwanyam up to this moment. Iwanyam will Iwanyam tell us that he didn't know what is going on Facebook, or unless the Igbo don't have someone that's monitoring Facebook know what is going on in Igbo land. But Council of Elders, Nname, his life is threatened. Did anything Nname doing attached to IPOB? The answer is no. Nname is after unification of Igbos. And this is the work of Igbo. And they refuse to do it. And a young man take it on his own, spending his hard money, taking the risk and everything. And some people are threatening him, and nobody's saying anything. No any Igbo politician have said anything about what is going on. And now men are wound. Even Mobad mayor. Then who only even mayor on about Patawa, even may protest. Let me bring that video from Namen. Oh, where is the video? Show something at yourself. Don't want to waste time. Hold on, Biafrans. I want to get this video of Namen. Ask me about this. Get about this there. Okay, boy.
Beautiful people, my name remains Chukwemeka, the Unified Igbos Land proponent. I welcome you to this wonderful new day. I want to be brief by what I am about to say on this video. I am calling on the world to come to my aid. I'm calling on Ndibo. I am calling on every person, our senators from Igbo extraction, to come to my aid. I am being marked, I am being threatened by some people from some part of the country, some groups who claim to be from Benin. I don't know them. I have not had any issue with the Benin people. They are loving people. I respect them. I have done nothing to warrant the kind of threats that I'm receiving from this group, from these individuals. I don't know their sponsors. I don't know where they're getting the information from. But as a Unified Igbos Now proponent, I am leading a campaign to unify Ndibo across everywhere they might be. When I say Ndibo, what do I mean? I mean people with the same culture, tradition, language, and by extension, everything ancestrally connected to Ndibo. These are where I go to. These are lands that I go to, and I have never for any day coerced or forced any person to accept being Igbo. But by their common languages, by the dialect they speak, which is Igbo language, I can be able to say that you have a connection by everything that I can find out here from our research that you are an Igbo person. But why am I being under attack? Why am I being attacked by people who does not fancy the Igbo unity, who also has nothing, no affinity with Igbo? Why? You are threatening me that you're going to do to me the worst things, unimaginable things, kill me and what? I am an Igbo man. The Igbo spirit in me, the king, fears you not. I bow to no one, and only God reigns supreme. Only Chukwu Kikabiama reigns in my life. Only Chukwu, who decides my daily activities, who decides and who has been powering me in this noble campaign. Please, I am calling on every Igbo person. Come to my aid. Come to my aid. Come to my aid. Don't let me be the next Mobad. Don't stay and watch while they eliminate all your prophets. I am calling you today to expose these insults to the Igbo nation, to expose these direct threats to Igbo nation. Thank you, and God bless you.
This is the voice of Name calling on Igbos, telling us what is happening to him, that his life was under threat by some group from Benin. Up to today, Iwanyam has not said anything. Up to today, Iwanyam have not said anything. Up to today, no sitting governor have said anything about this, our brother. Up to today, no any Igwe or any prominent Igbo man have said something about this, our brother. But this work this guy is doing is the work of the Igbo supposed to be doing. Is the work council of elders. Igbo council of elders supposed in them. You want to go Finland. Do what you're supposed to do. Look at our people dying. Hope of them is killing our people, and you refuse to talk to your colleague, criminal your partner incline. We all know you guys' background. Okay, queer. Or you want to promote Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma is bombing his own people with a jet, destroying people's house in Atiga, Finland. Let's continue hearing from Chief Dan in this program, and I want him to last one
for us to pray for indulgence. We'll take a quick break and bring you Kakaki Socials. Rana will be up next with that.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Of course, we are beginning to round off with our first conversation, which we started earlier. And one of prominent Southeast political leaders, Chief Dan Ulasi, has joined us. We're looking at his visit to see Nnamdi Kanu, who is in DSS detention, and what to do going forward to ensure their security returns back in the Southeast. Chief, thank you for your patience. All right, before we went on that short break, you were talking about how we can resolve these issues. And now, many have thought that the Southeast governors, for instance, or the political bigwigs in the Southeast haven't done enough, to ensure that what is going on in the Southeast stops. For instance, we do have Southeast governors, and this sit-at-home has gone on for a while, even though Nnamdi Kanu has consistently said he's not the one issuing the sit-at-home. And if some people will even tell you that even government, officers stay at home as well. On Monday, schools are shut, and you can imagine what that has done to the economic situation in the country. Now that there's a new president, beyond you going to visit Imo governor like you talked about and seeing Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works now, what do you think, what do you suggest people from that southeast region should be doing now to ensure that insecurity becomes a thing of the past and of course, meets the president to release, Nnamdi?
I think on Sunday, the Ohanese, whatever is left of it, led by Iwanyan, they had an Igbo there. So I heard, it was the Sunday I came to Abuja, and I heard he spoke extensively on the insecurity, talked to us about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But this is not the time of spoken words now. It has to be action, and that is why I said, having discussed with Nnamdi Kanu and knowing where he's coming from, and looking at the peculiarities of our zone, I don't think anything else can bring peace in that zone if that boy is not released. If that boy is not released, nothing will bring peace. It will get worse and worse. And that is why the Imo governor I used to know, we used to be quite close friends. He's a very patriotic Nigerian of Igbo descent. Okay. And I don't know what's his problem. I've met him once at a funeral since he became governor, and we never met again. David Umahi were quite close, very active, very, he gave honor to good governance. So somebody we all admire. Both of them can organize the other governors to lead a delegation to get this boy out. Because I give a warning. If anything happens to that boy in detention, present and next generation of Igbos will not have mercy on all of us collectively.
All right.
Because there will be serious problem.
All right.
Chief Dan, you have spoken the mind of millions of people. And I never although but no ebe na agba afa ndụ ka na agba afa ọnwụ. They knows if enwuye mme awali da Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye ka na-asọ mmiri na-achị izo ọ ya ma onye ukwu ma onye nta you feel that ni na blood ụmụ gị na blood na your family na blood adịwa save ebe anọwa nwanne ịkụrụ aka na tipa bụ aja. If you know that now your family na blood that adịwa save nwanne ịkụrụ aka na tipa bụ aja. anyị ma iwe obodo Igbo onye and anyị macha ebe your family si nọ. We know mmadụ ya school a na-agachawa. We know anyị ma. So if you know that na ni kpọfụ ụmụ gị blood unless na ịkpọrọ ụmụ gị n'ọnwa ga-eto mpụọ n'ọnwa but once on this planet and I know on this planet amụ m na Latin na Latin ka mmụ ka mmechi ọ na nwoke a na-ekwu iwe ọ na-eme nwoke bụ nwoke nwere ikenga na-ekwu iwe ọ dị ya n'obi.
I hear your warning loud and clear. I'm sure the presidency also hears it. But just before you go, or we let you go, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, of course, the Supreme Court, what do you expect? What are you looking forward to seeing in terms of outcomes?
You know, I went to my principal the day we did what they call the final presentation. I was with Atiku, you know, and I listened. That was the day I knew we lost the case at that tribunal. I listened to the chairman of that panel lambasting, P2B lambasting, Atiku lambasting, the two political parties are putting a petition. Even senior advocate Uche, who was making his presentation, he disgraced him. He told you where he was going. But most importantly, I sat in my room for almost 12 hours or a little more than that, listening to the reading of that judgment. I can bet my life that that judge did not write what he was reading. Because it was not fluent, it was not coherent. It is something somebody wrote for somebody and he's just reading it. But let me see what will happen in the Supreme Court. I don't need to. My younger brother is a senior advocate of Nigeria, so I don't want to preempt what happened. But what happened in the first tribunal is nothing to write home about. It's unfortunate it did happen.
All right, thank you, Chief Dan Ulasi, for that. I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians too are waiting, fingers crossed as well, to see the outcomes finally. But like he said, there was a lot of conversations, back and forth, expressions made from Nnamdi Kanu.
Security officers along Omarumaku Road in the Himembano local government area of Imo State.
So,
I'm very, very sad. It's not
so Biafrans, you know, the lady was asking about the insecurity in Southeast in Imo State, about the security they killed. Now, let's listen to this senator. You know, he was the one contesting governorship under LP. At the end, we hear what this senator said, that the killings of the politicians, the killing that's going on in Imo State is political. It's political. And just because they know that it's from a member, no, they want to make his community ungovernable. Let's listen to the governor. Let's listen to
already my position on these issues. I mean, it's very well known. This shouldn't happen in a place where there is government. There is no government here. It's absence of governance. That's why this is happening. This is the exact location I bought for the Nigerian police. This land here is the land I acquired to build the Himembano police station. Exactly opposite where these people were slaughtered. If there was police presence, security around this area, this kind of thing wouldn't have happened. But government has allowed these criminals a free rein. They have taken over our space. Can you imagine? Just here, look at this land there. This bush here. That's the land I acquired for Nigerian police, for Himembano police station. They share a common fence with this property here. Massive land, bigger than this.
He also inspected buildings, shelves, and properties allegedly destroyed by soldiers.
This is the problem with our society now. The rule of the jungle is prevailing now. And that's what's increasing the spread of lawlessness in the society. When people witness this now, they will become lawless themselves. There is no rule of law anymore in this country. Anyway, when you have a governor who doesn't obey court orders, governor don't obey rule of law, don't obey court orders. And look at this. What is the meaning of this? GOC is too deep to call these young men to order. I know they are angry, but that's not the way. They are supposed to be the protectors of life, not to kill, not to destroy lives. The essence of governance is to protect lives and property. Come on, this is wrong. This shouldn't happen at all. Sometimes you lead by example. This is wrong. Very, very wrong. In the midst of all the hunger, all the poverty, all the suffering, where did they start from? Tell me, where would these people start from? These people, they are not guilty of killing these soldiers. So what is their crime? The police should do their work of investigation and fish out the killers. They have helicopters, they have drones, they have information. Let them activate it and get the culprits and leave innocent people alone. My government, this can never happen. We'll have vigilante in every local government in the country. We equip police. Look at that place, exactly opposite where these men were killed. It's the land I bought for to rebuild the Himembano police station. Let me go and show you people the area command that was damaged that I rebuilt. It was dynamited, destroyed. See, so I repaired 9 APC so that these men will not be killed. Like Allah will be protected. Up till now, the commissioner of police has not been able to deliver them to me. I spent 100 million of my hard-earned money. I don't have any security votes. I've been supporting police and civil defense and military over the years, the DSS, providing them with vehicles. This is political. They want to make a Himembano ungovernable because I'm from here. It's just politics. This is politics. Nothing else. I've not been able to deliver them to me. I spent 100 million of my hard-earned money. I don't have any security votes. I've been supporting police and civil defense and military over the years, the DSS, providing them with vehicles. This is political. They want to make a Himembano ungovernable because I'm from here. It's just politics. This is politics. Nothing. Vote. I've been supporting police and civil defense and military over the years, the DSS, providing them with vehicles. This is political. They want to make a Himembano ungovernable because I'm from here. It's just politics. This is politics.
This is politics. This is political. Because he was there. He was from any member, no? This is politics. I believe you don't have more information than this senator. I believe you don't have more information than him. You can hear what he said. Now, let me bring this up. You see, Air Force bomb IPOB camp in Imo State, Anambra. You can see the kind of trash this mainstream media are projecting. You can see. Then now, the same channel. Now, listen, see this one again. You see, Nigeria Air Force has bombed the camps housing member of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and its paramilitary wing, Eastern Security Network. The kind of blackmail they want to blackmail IPOB. But little did they know that we have passed the stage. The whole world knows the truth. And this bombing You hear? I'll bring the video. It was Opus of them killing his people just because he want to be a governor. No. Show me one single Fulani that you will use to kill his fellow Fulani. Show me one. Show me one single Fulani you will use to kill his fellow Fulani. Never. Okay, on what? But Igbos, you will sell your brothers. You sell your brothers. Vice president, you sell your brothers. Security chairman. Any promise from Fulani Janjaweed to you for you to betray your brothers, you kill your brother. He had to accept the offer. Now, let's bring the video. You know, my program, I say it the way it is. I'm not a broadcaster. I just have to say it out the way it is. Look at what Opus Oduma is doing. The confirmation of the picture I bring out for you. This is confirmation of the fighter jet bombing. Look at. Is it not war? Is Southeast not in war? So all of them are well, if we were playing him, you were playing the way, man. And today, Nigerian governments have went to Turkey to purchase more plane. That plane, are they using it for Boko Haram or for the bandits? The answer is no. They are using it on us. They are using it in Biafra land. Look at what Opus Oduma bring upon his people. This is what Opus Oduma bring upon his people. Upon his people. Upon his people. So, Biafrans, I still have one more video I'm going to show you, then I have to wind down. Why is he? Yeah, this is going to be the last video, so I went down now.
The stature of man in Africa and restore the dignity of man in the world. Nigerians believe passionately in the fundamental human rights. We regard all races of the human family as equal. Under no circumstance shall we accept the idea that the black race is inferior to any other race. I call upon Alhaji Amadou Bello, the Sultan of Sokoto, to join us in this Herculean task of national reconstruction. I exhort Chief Obafemi Awolowo to associate with us. To associate with us in this great adventure of restoring the dignity of man in the world. There are many leaders who can give active support and assistance to a nation at its supreme hour of need. Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, Dr. Michael Ihanukara Okpara, and Samuel Grace Ikoku, and then Chief Dennis Echukude of Sarebe, Malam Aminu Kanu, Malam Ibrahim Imam, and J.S. Taka of Northern Nigeria, and countless others. I appeal to all our leaders, far and near, to forget the wounds which were inflicted in cause of our internecine altercation. The love of our country should outweigh the love of our petty selves. The enjoyment of individual freedom under the law should mean more to us than our self-centered party programs and manifestos. Common dangers and common enemies alert us on the need for common security. The British came here in 1851 and found us hopelessly divided in tribal compartments. When Britain transferred power to us on 1st October 1960, we were no longer an expression of geography, but a reality of history. During all our years of political vassalage, we became socially and economically integrated. We have also developed an identity of interest, and we have crystallized common nationality. The process of political integration reached its zenith at midnight on 30th September 1960, when we lastly sang our national anthem, and our national flag was hoisted aloft to signal the birth of a new nation. Come and join Abubakar with me, Sadauna, Awolowo, Akitola, Osarebe, Okpara, Ikoku, Aminu Kano, Ibrahim Imam, and Tata. Let us bind the nation's wound, and let us heal the breaches of the past, so that in forging our nation, there shall emerge on this continent a hate-free, fear-free, and greed-free people who shall be in the vanguard of a world task force whose assignment is not only to revive the stature of man in Africa, but to restore the dignity of man in the world.
My people, now this is Zeke, one of our founding fathers. From day one, Nigeria have never been won. From day one, the people that found Nigeria, our founding fathers have never believed on themselves. Look at Zeke is calling them. Let's come together to make sure this country work. And I ask you, for more than 60 years of Zeke sitting there, telling them, let's come together. And for more than 60 years, Zeke sitting there, telling them, let's come together. And now, is Nigeria work? Have Nigeria work? The answer is no. Nigeria or Lugoma, the answer is no. For more than 60 years, Zeke didn't make any speech up to this time. Have Nigeria work? No way. But we see the same people telling you they believe in one Nigeria. Zeke is calling them, let's come together and let's heal our wound. Let's come and make this nation great. He's calling the life of Awolowo, Akintola, Ahmad Bello. This video is more than 60 years. Up till now, Nigeria is not working. Ladder is going from fire, from frying pan to fire. From frying pan to fire. Killings everywhere. And this was as a result of the corruption then that make this coup, these young army officers, to overthrow the civilian, to make sure that this rate of corruption, because the founding fathers did not believe on themselves, because we know that there's a lot of killings in Southwest and in the Middle Belt. That was why the first coup coming in. And guess what? They target Igbo coup. Who target Igbo coup? It was Britain. They target Igbo coup. And who engineered the coup? It was also Britain. It was also Britain that engineered the coup. Who sponsored Adakabolo? It was Britain through the Northerners. A lot have happened in Nigeria, but not because they take it away from us. We don't know what really happened. Today, there is a book that is going viral from a Yoruba man saying that Igbo, trying to portray Igbo tribe as people that conquered people or invaders, call us invaders. In the history of Igbos, we never invade anybody. We never conquer anybody. We never conquer anybody in that country. You can see the angle they are coming from left and right. From left and right. From left and right. And federal government have okayed that book to push into our schools so that in the next 50 years, it will be in the brain of our children. Evil people. Evil people. Chineke yakpu niile ọkụ. Chineke yakpu unu niile ọkụ. Chineke yakpu unu niile ọkụ. Biafrans, on this junction, Mas onye afọ tata ka afọ echi. Na-adịdo nwoke ma na-adịdo nwaanyị amụma. My next program will be on that phone conversation from Mazi Ezumeze, aka Nwekwensu, to expenditure coordinator Dr. Donald Azubike. We will take it up from there. As we go to the bye bye. Because share and like, share and like to various group. Thank you.
Amuna gibili ben. Amuna gibili ben. Mikamo bamaitangwa chineke ngelo mudiaka godozo bodani. Amuna gibili ben. Nandikano bamaitangwa chineke ngelo mudiaka godozo bodani. Amuna gibili ben. Nandikano bamaitangwa chineke ngelo mudiaka godozo bodani. Amuna gibili ben.